ESN threatens to force Anambra Governor Soludo's resignation through killings. This excerpt, I hope it is true. I hope somebody did not just sit somewhere and coin this thing to bring bad name to ESN, because for some time now, ESN has kept themselves and has kept their peace. So, with the way Soludo is shouting about kickbacks based on the comments he has made on Peter Obi recently, anything can be cooked to frustrate Peter Obi and to frustrate Indigbo. Even as much as I really don't believe this, it needs verification. Let's see what it has to say here. Some alleged members of the Eastern Security Network, ESN, have threatened to force Anambra Governor Soludo to resign through killings. They warned that since he had decided to use the police and military to hunt them, they will make the state ungovernable for him. So it's about hunting them, not really about Peter Obi now. It's about the way he's dealing with the ESN. Okay? A voice made by one of the leaders who identified himself as Okute, Oka North and South Commander of ESN, threatened to continue killings in the state, the nations disclosed. The ESN leader threatened they will visit the hospital of a medical doctor and kill anybody there if he fails to cooperate with them. He claimed to have monitored the doctor and his activities in the town, adding that he had not supported their Biafra project. According to him, do you believe in Biafra? How much have you put into the project since we started this course? Some of you are sabotaging what we are doing in Igbo land. How much are you willing to pay to support our mission? We will send an account where you will pay 500,000 or forget it. So when the acclaimed doctor promised to pay 20,000 into their account, the angry ESN commander threatened to shut down his hospital. Since Governor Soludo has vowed to hunt us with police and army in this state, we are going to make Anambra ungovernable for him, and he will be forced to resign, the voice said. But Anambra police spokesman Ikenga Tochukwu, who requested to listen to the voicemail, advised the voicemail should be reported to any of the nearby stations. The report, according to the spokesman, would enable the command to carry out proper investigation. Wow. So this is what is happening in Anambra, that ESN, the Eastern Security Network, that have been quiet for a while now, had decided to come out again. And they said they are going to force Soludo to resign from his governorship office, all right, for choosing to use army and police to hunt them in Anambra State. Actually, since Soludo entered office, several things have happened between him, IPO, between him, the ESN, even between him and taxpayers in the state, even between him, so many places, demolition of buildings in Anambra, demolition of so many things. He has been hyper in several of his activities as a governor. Right? So, but now this particular one now is bringing an issue here. The ESN is now aggrieved that since Soludo entered office, he's using the police and the army to chase them and to hunt them. And so they have decided that they will make the state ungovernable for him. They will force him to resign through killings. And they cited just one instance here where they approached a doctor in his hospital to ask him questions, how much he believed in ESN, how much he believed in the cause of Biafra, and how much he has contributed to support their cause. All right? And now they asked the man that he has to pay 500,000 naira to support them, and that they will send him an account number where he will pay in the money. But when the man, instead of agreeing to pay the 500,000, agreed to pay just 20,000, they shut down the call, and they promised him that they will shut down his hospital for him. So what it means, if this is true, It means that ESN is fighting the cause of Biafra and not just the security, protecting the people in the area because of insecurity. Initially, they were set up to manage the security in the region because the Fulani herdsmen and the bandits were ravaging the entire region, and the security architecture of the region was handicapped because prior to the insurgency, a lot of the police stations had been burnt by unknown gunmen. And so when the insurgency started, the security architecture was no longer adequate to handle it. And so the ESN came up and said they need to help their people. Because secondly, even several communities that responded by attacking the herdsmen and trying to fish them out of the forest, what the Nigerian government did was to send the military to the region to fight ESN and to fight everybody. It was a warfare between the military and the ESN that time. They killed each other, several people passed out, but then that fight ended, no victor, no vanquish. Right? And now the approach has changed. But ESN remains ESN. One thing in particular about the southeastern people in Nigeria is that they are very, very resilient, very, very tenacious. They never give up on their cause, no matter what happens. Even when it is only one man that is remaining standing, the cause continues. You can imagine this issue of Biafra that started as far back as 1966, 1967, and now it's still on till now. It's still on till now. All right. In fact, it's even beyond that, because even the issue of that is dating back to 1914 when the Lord Lugard amalgamated the north and the south regions of Nigeria. Yeah, so what that actually tells us is that after amalgamation, after 100 years of amalgamation, any region that wants to succeed has the right to succeed and then request for referendum for secession. So the issue of Biafra has been and will continue to be. So now the ESN has added to their responsibilities. So it's no more just to fight the insecurity in the region, but now to also fight the cause of the Biafra. And this will be a reason why Nigerian government and the military will continue to fight them. And probably this is also the reason why Soludo is not supporting them, because Soludo is not interested in fighting the cause of the Biafrans, right? So now Soludo is here. There's allegation now coming from the state, coming from the governor, all right, that the ESN is threatening to force him to resign from office through killings, and that they were going to make the state ungovernable for him, having chosen to hunt them using the military and the police. Well, let's see how that goes down with the ESN, between the ESN, and now that Soludo is also making different negative comments about Peter Obi, he's now creating more enmity for himself within that state from different groups and factions. So I just pray that Soludo will enjoy his period in office as a governor of the state. So thank you for listening, and let me have your comment below concerning the activities of ESN and what they plan to do in the state because of how Soludo is treating them.